Lesson: Standard form contracts. Standard form contracts, often referred to as adhesion contracts, play a pivotal role in modern contract law, especially within the framework of consumer transactions, commercial agreements, and even employment terms. These pre-drafted agreements are ubiquitous, forming the backbone of countless legal interactions. They streamline the contracting process, offering significant efficiencies but also presenting unique challenges, particularly in balancing power disparities between contracting parties. Understanding the nuances of standard form contracts is essential for professionals seeking to specialize in contract law. This lesson delves into actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks that can be directly applied to enhance proficiency in handling standard form contracts. Standard form contracts are pre-prepared contracts where one party sets the terms and the other party has little to no ability to negotiate more favorable terms. This is evident in many consumer agreements, such as those for credit cards, insurance policies, and online services. The primary advantage of these contracts is efficiency. They reduce transaction costs by eliminating the need for individualized negotiations, making them ideal for businesses that engage in high-volume transactions. However, this efficiency often comes at the expense of fairness and equality, as the drafting party typically has the upper hand in determining the terms of the agreement. To navigate the challenges posed by standard form contracts, professionals in contract law can employ several practical tools and frameworks. One such tool is the reasonable expectations doctrine, which courts often use to protect consumers from unexpected terms in standard form contracts. This doctrine holds that the terms of a contract should align with the reasonable expectations of the non-drafting party, especially when the terms are not prominently disclosed or are buried in fine print. Legal professionals can leverage this doctrine by advocating for their clients' rights, ensuring that the terms of a contract do not deviate from what a reasonable person would expect. Moreover, the unconscionability doctrine offers a framework for challenging unfair terms in standard form contracts. This doctrine allows courts to refuse to enforce contracts that are deemed excessively unfair or oppressive. An unconscionable contract is typically one where there is both procedural and substantive unconscionability. Procedural unconscionability refers to the process of forming the contract, such as high-pressure sales tactics or lack of negotiation, while substantive unconscionability pertains to the actual terms of the contract, which may be excessively harsh or one-sided. Legal practitioners can apply this framework by carefully examining both the process and content of a contract to identify potential grounds for contesting its enforceability. Case studies further illustrate the application and impact of these doctrines. In the landmark case of Williams v. Walker Thomas Furniture Co., the court held that a contract could be deemed unconscionable if it was unfairly one-sided and the weaker party had no meaningful choice in accepting the terms. This case underscores the importance of scrutinizing both the procedural and substantive aspects of a contract to ensure fairness. Similarly, in Carnival Cruise Lines, Inc. v. Shoot, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a forum selection clause in a standard form contract, emphasizing the need for clear and conspicuous disclosure of terms to meet the reasonable expectations of the non-drafting party. In addition to legal doctrines, professionals can utilize practical strategies to enhance their proficiency in managing standard form contracts. One such strategy is the implementation of a contract review checklist. This tool can be used to systematically evaluate the key elements of a contract, ensuring that all critical terms are clear, fair, and aligned with the client's interests. A comprehensive checklist might include items such as the identification of parties, scope of services, payment terms, termination clauses, dispute resolution mechanisms, and any limitations of liability. By employing this checklist, professionals can ensure a thorough review process, minimizing the risk of overlooking unfavorable terms. Furthermore, the use of plain language drafting techniques can improve the transparency and accessibility of standard form contracts. By drafting contracts in clear, concise, and jargon-free language, legal professionals can reduce the likelihood of misunderstandings and disputes. This approach, not only benefits the non-drafting party by making the terms more understandable, but also enhances the enforceability of the contract by demonstrating that the terms were clearly communicated. Legal practitioners can incorporate plain language principles by avoiding legalese, using short sentences, and organizing information logically with headings and bullet points. Statistics highlight the prevalence and impact of standard form contracts in contemporary society. According to a study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, over 90% of consumers are bound by arbitration clauses in their contracts, often without their explicit awareness or understanding. This statistic underscores the need for greater transparency and consumer education regarding the implications of standard form contracts. Legal professionals can play a crucial role in addressing this issue by advocating for clearer disclosures and educating clients about their rights and obligations under these agreements. Another significant aspect of standard form contracts is the role of technology in their creation and execution. The rise of digital platforms and e-commerce has led to the proliferation of electronic contracts, which are often presented as click-wrap or browse-wrap agreements. These contracts require users to either click an I agree button or simply browse a website to signify acceptance of the terms. While these formats offer convenience, they also raise concerns about consent and user awareness. Legal professionals must be adept at navigating the complexities of electronic contracts, ensuring that clients are fully informed and that terms are enforceable under current legal standards. In conclusion, standard form contracts are a fundamental component of modern contract law, offering efficiencies but also presenting challenges in terms of fairness and transparency. By employing doctrines such as the reasonable expectations and unconscionability, implementing practical tools like contract review checklists and plain language drafting, and staying informed about technological advancements, professionals can effectively manage these contracts to protect their clients' interests. Case studies and statistics further illuminate the real-world implications of standard form contracts, emphasizing the importance of clear communication and informed consent. As the landscape of contract law continues to evolve, professionals must remain vigilant in adapting their strategies to navigate the complexities of standard form contracts successfully.